Hi, I'm Dr. Peters with Peters Wellness Chiropractic. This week's quick video is going to be on the butterfly stretch. Not just how to do it, because I think most people know how to do the butterfly stretch, but how to measure where you're at currently and to see a way to measure so you can see your improvement. So I find that stretching is something that a lot of people just don't do. The older population, we could say, oh, they weren't taught that, and they weren't shown how important it was back in the day. I don't know how much of that is true and how much is just maybe they weren't focused on it, because some of the older people who were athletes were stretching. But even some of the younger people coming in, they're not stretching on a regular basis. So I just want to show the butterfly stretch because it's one I see. I have Precor stretchers in my office. Actually, I think you can kind of see them behind me there. They're an amazing machine, but you don't need a machine to do the stretches. Like with the foam roller. I think massage therapists are fantastic. I have them here in the office. But what about doing something like that on a daily basis? The foam roller allows that. So with stretching, I am going to show you with just a tape measure I have around the office here for hanging pictures. It doesn't need to be a very big tape measure. It just needs to be one that you can lock out. So if you lock it out, and then you can easily push it in. And I'll show you here in a moment how we're going to utilize that. And I'm actually going to point the tape measure at you so you can see the measurement. But when you do it yourself, you just point it at yourself. So I'm just going to move the camera. So in looking at this, I've got shoes on, but you don't need to have shoes on. You can do it however you want. So I'm going to bring the tape measure up. This is a way I was like, where am I at with mine and how can I make it better? So I thought, why not use a tape measure? So I'm just going to show you with a tape measure between my shoes. If you're barefoot, you would just drop it down to the floor and measure. So with this, and again, you may have your feet close to the groin or further out from the groin. I just want to put it to where the tape measure between my feet and I can hit the tape measure with my forehead here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to extend tape measure up. One of the key things here is you don't want to really bend forward at the waist. What you want to do first is you want to bring your body forward from the low back. So you're bringing your body forward, and then you're going to use the bending at the waist to push the tape down. So you're bending at the waist, bringing your body down, and I'll turn so you can see better. So I'm bringing my body down like this versus doing this. I'm not just hunching over. That's another problem we see in people so much because of computers and phones and everything where people are bending forward, that hyperkyphosis. So keeping the back straight while you come forward. And with the tape measure, when I initially started, I have never been flexible. And if I do more of these videos, you'll see there are areas I'm not that flexible in, but I'm working on that, of course, just like anybody else is. So don't judge yourself based on everybody else. But with here, you're going to bring it forward, bring your body forward, and then just bring your head down. Eventually you're touching your feet to your head or coming forward and putting your head actually on the ground. So I apologize, the video's kind of weird this way, but I got to move it around. And I hope that you find this useful. And this is something, measure yourself. If you're at 10 inches or 11 inches, don't worry about it. Just work on getting to a point where a 1% per day improvement would be good, okay? I have a patient who comes in, he wears an MMA shirt, and it says 1% a day. And I just think, how awesome is that if everyone just tried at least 1%? So I hope that you have a great week, and we'll see you next week.